First, major developments in a Target 12 investigators exclusive. The former Coventry fire chief accused of fraudulently obtaining a public pension has changed his plea. Paul Labbadia was indicted more than 2 years ago, and now the case is coming to a close.
The pension fraud case came in the wake of our Target 12 undercover investigation that raised serious questions of accountability with the former Coventry district fire chief.
Target 12 investigator Tim White was the only reporter in the courtroom today and is here now with the developments. Tim?
Mike and Shannon, the case against Labbadia accused him of claiming he worked more years than he actually did to get a pension. Investigators say Labbadia would have been just 14 years old when he said he began as a firefighter in North Providence, and they didn't buy it.
3293A, the state of Rhode Island versus Paul Labbadia.
On Thursday, embattled former Coventry District Fire Chief Paul Labbadia stood before a Superior Court judge and changed his plea from not guilty to no contest. The case against him stems from North Providence. Prosecutors say in 2007 he filed paperwork to receive a public pension,
which contained a false, erroneous, or defective statement.
State retirement officials say Labbadia collected more than $200,000 in retiree health, pension, and COLA benefits when it turned out he didn't have enough years on the job as a firefighter.
You are agreeing that if the matter went to trial, the state would be able to prove those allegations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Target 12 met up with Labbadia as he left court.
Just a political pawn in a chess game.
Well, what does that mean? Who's playing politics, Mr. Labbadia?
I'm a pawn in a political chess game.
Labbadia's pension came under the microscope following a Target 12 undercover investigation raising questions about his work as chief in the Coventry Fire District, a job he took when he left North Providence. This is you smoking what looks to be pot.
Cigar, maybe.
You then share the cigar with your friends there?
I don't know.
Labbadia was terminated following the Target 12 report. So what about the benefits Labbadia received before all of this came to light? Well, the state asked him to pay it back. New at 6. We'll update you on where that stands. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
But first, major developments in a Target 12 investigators exclusive. The embattled former chief of the Coventry Fire District has pleaded no contest to charges in a long-running pension fraud case.
Only Eyewitness News was there as Paul Labbadia changed his plea this morning in Superior Court. The pension case came in the wake of a Target 12 undercover investigation that raised questions about Labbadia when he was the head of a local fire district.
Target 12 investigator Tim White has been working this from the beginning and is here now with the exclusive details.
Mike and Shannon, state investigators say Labbadia collected more than $200,000 in pension and retiree health benefits by stretching the truth about how long he was on the job. More than 2 years after being indicted on 3 counts in a pension fraud case, 52-year-old Paul Labbadia changes his plea to no contest.
The defendant did obtain pension benefits from the state of Rhode Island over $1,500 by false pretenses with the intent to cheat or defraud the state of Rhode Island.
You are agreeing that if the matter went to trial, the state would be able to prove those allegations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Target 12 met up with Labbadia as he left court.
Just a political pawn in a chess game.
Well, what does that mean? We first told you about Paul Labbadia and a Target 12 undercover investigation in 2014 that raised serious questions about his work as a chief in the Coventry Fire District.
That's a cigar? Yes, it is.
You know, I got to tell you, Chief, no one's going to buy that. Labbadia's pension from his prior job as a firefighter in North Providence then came under the microscope, and state retirement officials calculated Labbadia would have been too young when he claimed he started working. The state immediately suspended his benefits. Labbadia appealed the state's decision, but all of that was put on hold pending the outcome of this criminal case. Superior Court Judge Nettie Vogel said at the hearing today she will tackle the pension payment issue during sentencing on March 16th. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.